you approach this? Is not your first day at camp, but it's obviously still exciting. It's still fun. Just your thoughts on the first day.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I've been in a lot of preseasons, but every year there's new people, new faces, so it does kind of seem new every single time. And every new year brings new obstacles and challenges, so I think for us, we are always trying to move forward, so there are a lot of changes, which has been exciting and super hopeful and inspirational for the team to get going this season.
One of those changes, bringing in Lynn, just kind of your thoughts on her and what she brings to this club.
Yeah, I think I've got this question a lot, and the first word that always comes, she's a winner. She's been on a lot of clubs that have won. With the U.S., she's won, so I think that's something we definitely need. That mentality to bring over is going to be great for us, and she obviously brings so many other things to us with experience and, getting in behind teams and really opening up teams. So, yeah, I'm really excited to see her out here and get her acclimated to the team as fast as we can.
You, her, you throw in Jess, and then you do have some youngsters out there. How do you guys approach them?
We
and
really make the average.
Yeah. How do you kind of help to bring them along,
I feel like this is new territory for us older ones. Historically, I don't think the Reigns really brought in a lot of young ones, and we definitely have now, and it's been so exciting to see the development and how professional and, well-rounded they are coming in. So for me, that's been so pleasant to see. I think about some of our young ones, and at that age I was not thinking the way they are, just in terms of like having to show up and be in a professional environment with people that are 35 plus. It's intimidating, it's scary, and they've all stepped in, and I think that's a testament to our environment as well, that we want them to come in and be successful and really be themselves, and we see that a lot with them. So yeah, it's exciting. We always laugh about we can be, some of their moms now. So it's always fun. And, they're out there running circles around us. So, yeah.
You left your re-signing pretty late in the off-season. What was your decision-making process like to come back this year?
I don't think that was fully my leaving it that late. But, I had an injury last year that we definitely had to evaluate and see where that puts me. I'm obviously older. And do you want me to hold that? Okay. And it's the business side of it as well. I had to make sure that I was ready to come back for another year, be healthy. We got there. It was a long process, and it took a long time to, make sure that I can go another year. So here we are, and I'm really excited to be here and healthy, and that's the most important.
What are your expectations this season? Obviously, last season kind of didn't pan out the way you guys wanted to, but what can you carry over, I guess, to last season and then into this season and hope to improve? Yeah,
I think something we always pride ourselves on is the environment that we do have in the locker room, and we want to continue to push that and keep that as sacred as we can, and we've had conversations on that. But, yeah, we were all disappointed in last year's performance, so there's a lot of areas that we can improve, and we've gone to the drawing board and really, iron those things out, bringing in new people, bringing in new staff, whether it's front office, technical staff. I do think resources are being dumped in, so that's one place that we can make an impact fast. A lot of this stuff takes a lot of time, so for me it's we think about last year and we want to see all these improvements super fast, but it's really to be steady and kind of improve on the things we can on the field right now. And like you said, there was some successful things last year that we want to kind of build off of. There was a really cool stat actually brought in. We had 29 games, and I think 25 of them were lost by 1 point, one goal. So it's not like we were out there struggling on so many different levels. It was the case of one goal or scoring one goal, conceding a goal or scoring a goal. So when you think about it that way, it's okay, that's definitely achievable and attainable. So for us to kind of have that mindset to go out and I don't know. I think silence a lot of people. I think we've been on a lot of radars onto why we're not performing the way we should. So I think we're excited to kind of get out there. And that's a big motivator for us.
As you look ahead to the 2025 season, what are you most looking forward to?
Honestly, I think being owned by Sounders now fully. I think they kind of came in last season, mid-season, and there was the hype, but we were kind of in what we were in. So I think, having this full year, an off season to kind of, come in and do what we need to do and make the changes that we need to see, and we have seen that. So I think, having a full year under them and, all their resources and everything and the passion that they bring into it, I think is exciting for this group and something we've deserved for a really long time.
We got time for a couple more. I know the young ones have been mentioned. How excited are you to see players like a Jordan Bug, who you'll work with, Ainsley, and Emery, kind of take another jump after being with you guys last season?
Yeah, I always talk about coming into this league for the first time, and they all did last year. I would say it takes 6 months to a year to really acclimate to what this league asks of you. So I'm really excited to have them have this experience now, and they're only going to get better and only improve, and it's going to be so exciting to watch them. They're definitely the future of the club.
So Quinn departs the club. Pardon me. They're a genius defensive midfielder, had good chemistry with you in the back line. What are you looking forward to building with this new set of holding midfielders? And what do you lose when Quinn leaves?
Yeah, I mean, with Quinn, you have global experience from them, and I think that's something that is really rare to find and hard to find. And their consistency we're going to miss big time, and just their leadership, I think, for me, having them out there and, having people rely on them and lean on them is going to be tough to replace. But in saying that, we are kind of having these young ones come in, so it's nice to be able to have young ones come in pretty quick and try and fill those shoes, which are going to be really hard to do. But I think giving them the opportunity at the ages that they're at and learning quickly, I think is going to make them even more experienced when we need them. So I'm really excited for that.
All good. Last one.
Last year, like you mentioned, lots of resilience, always kind of close and in the games, but it was a tough year. And what kind of role did you take on in terms of just keeping the players really in the season and in the games?
Yeah. I honestly don't think that was any of my doing, to be fair. I was so lucky to have the group that I did last year. Given the way the season did run, I was really nervous about how to lead and how to continue, because it's a grind. When you're we travel the most, we have the worst schedules all the time, being the Pacific Northwest, acclimating to heat and all these variables that we do come across that a lot of teams don't. It is hard. It's a grind. So I was worried that I was gonna have to pull people out of this, first timers or people playing, not playing, whatever it may be, but they made it so easy on me because I think that the locker room in this group is really resilient, like you said, but incredible. And we always said last year, if you came out to watch a practice, you would never believe that we were in the place we were last year. So there was a lot that we had to overcome, and a testament to what Laura's built here, and Jess, Pino, and all the ones in the past that we've kind of kept. So I think that legacy does live on, and why people want to play here.
Okay, we'll just have the last one from Bella.
Okay, yeah.
Can you just talk about some of the specific ways you felt the change of the investment of the new ownership in the Sounders this season and the off season?
Yeah, I think the most exciting thing that I've seen is just passion and actually physical bodies here. So we see a lot of them at practice now. We see a lot of them in the facilities and stuff like that. So I think that visibility and I think that is probably the biggest thing that we haven't seen in a long time. And seeing them here and how passionate they are and truly making change is just irreplaceable right now, and something that definitely the club needs to see. And I think more so it's from the group, so they feel valued and feel seen and are able to kind of invest in each other. It's a trust process, right? So I think the quicker we can do that on both sides, the better the relationship is and the stronger it will be.